Welcome to the introduction of our new NX CAM feature-based manufacturing starter kit. My name is Uwe Edlinger. I'm working inside the manufacturing business group of Siemens Industry Software. NX CAM feature-based manufacturing, or FBM, is a powerful engine to allow process automation, process quality enhancement, as well as process standardization. We have many customers who successfully implement this approach and report programming time saving by up to 91%. As mentioned, we do have many customers already using this powerful engine, but new customers report the complexity of implementation. These customers like to get a more easy way to implement this automation. The FBM Starter Kit will give customers an easy entry into feature-based manufacturing. There is no machining knowledge training required to start the implementation. At the beginning, the only prerequisite is NX CAM programming knowledge. The kit will come with predefined example rules for mold and die, as well as for prismatic parts machining. Machining rules are defined by using teach parts, which allow easy access and change of these rules directly inside NX CAM. NX CAM will automatically save these rules inside the machining knowledge file. The FBM Starter Kit will come with one standard tool library, including proven feeds and speeds. The Starter Kit is not an out-of-the-box solution for customers. As we understand, customers will have their own cutting tools, part materials, and machining techniques. The FBM Starter Kit will give them an easy way to understand how to set up and configure their customized environment without any additional training. We recommend a 1 to 2 hour introduction to get started. The FBM Starter Kit will come with 2 example parts. Both parts are fully scripted, so that you can get an idea how it is working at successful implementation. It's a step-by-step script, so you can follow the script for a mold and die and for a prismatic, as you can see here on the top. This is a picture of the mold and die example. It's an ejector blade, and on the bottom you see a prismatic part example, which shows some holes and pockets, and including PMI machining. As mentioned, these both are fully scripted, so you get an idea of successfully feature-based implementation. Now, let's see how easy it is to program your part if feature-based machining is implemented. This will show the high value of feature-based machining. Keep in mind, this is all done by using the new operation set teaching functionality inside NX CAM. The demo part, by the way, are also included in the FBM Starter Kit. I will demo the prismatic part example. First, you open your CAD part. Then you select the correct NX CAM setup to apply it to your CAD part. This NX CAM setup can also include fixtures, machine tools, or cutter information. In my example, the fixtures are already designed inside the CAD part. So this is finally depending on your customer or on your internal process. After the setup is applied, we assign part, blank, and fixtures into the CAM object. This process can also be automated by NX CAM journaling functionality. An important note on the CAD part you select. It is not required to use a part inside NX CAD or to design the part inside NX CAD, as already mentioned. NX CAM feature recognition supports also solids and surfaces imported into NX CAM by a translator. Inside the workpiece, we also have to select the correct part material, as this is required to automate assign the correct feeds and speeds into the operations. After this is done, we will change to the feature navigator and recognize all machining features. NX CAM will recognize all standard features, including tolerances and thread information. As mentioned, it is not required to define the tolerance information inside NX CAD, as some translators also support the translation of PMI, which means you get tolerances and surface information as well as thread information. The FBM automation will then or can take care on this information. By the way, the standard features can also enhance by customer-specific feature types. Here you can see all NX CAM features which are recognized on the machining direction. As a next step, we need to apply the correct machining process. As NX CAM is a very flexible tool, you can have different process, or you can teach different processes for the same feature. This finally is customer specific. In the simplest case, you only need to select one process, or the process is already selected and you need to hit to select OK or hit OK. NX CAM will automate, select the correct cutting tools and create the optimized machining sequence for each feature. As you can see, also the feeds and speeds are created by default based on the material and based on the automated selected tool. So the last step is to generate the tool path. After this, you can send the NC code to the machine tool. So now you see the tool path is generated and the NC code is created for all operation. So finally, there is no need to do any manual programming on such kind of part. For sure, you can mix this up. You are NX CAM allowed to delete some operation and do the manually programming if this is required. Now let's see how easy it is to apply changes to existing machining sequence. As an example, I will select a different tool here for this finish operation on the pocket. You see 3 operations, and each of these operations will have the same tool. So it's all under _0, 1, 2. Now, to assign a different tool, you see the tool which is assigned is a 16mm tool. Now, to change this, I simply need to go and open the tab with the teach features part, with the teach part. And on the teach part, I just need to select the correct feature, which is in this case the lower left, which is the pocket machining. And if I open the pocket machining, I see the 3 operations which are created, and you can see they are all using the same tool. And now I use the operation set teaching and assign for the second operation just a different tool. To make it easy, I simply assign a tool with a diameter smaller or equal 12mm. So I select the end mill and I define the rule. The diameter of the end mill should be smaller or equal 12mm. Add, teach the rule and hit OK. That's it. Now if I go back to my other part, which I already programmed, I delete the process which is already applied. Then I just select the features and apply or reapply the process again. And after this is done, you will see that the new feature also has this 3 operation, but the second operation has, in this case, a different tool, which is in this case a 12mm tool. So with this, you see how easy and quickly you can change and edit rules for machining or update your rule. The kit will come with predefined teached parts for prismatic machining as well as for mold and die machining. Each of these teached parts has unique features, and each of these unique features are accessible by this teached part, as you can see here on the right. To make it easier to understand what the rules behind this part, we supply an Excel table with the details of the teach part. So that means you see here, for example, if you look for the teach part thread hole, you see the teach part, you see when the hole is threaded, what the conditions are, in this case between M4 and M16, and what operations are created by using this teach part, and what are the conditions to create the operation, mostly which tool should be selected. So this is available for each teach part with all of the details. We recommend for customers using the same method, use this Excel sheet, create the teach part for their features, and create the rules and conditions in an Excel sheet to get an overview about the rules and when operations are created and also which operations are created. And then later on just copy and paste this information into NX CAM. This makes everything much more easy and it's much more visible. The same as mentioned we have for the mold and die environment. That means we have two ejector blade parts and we have the ejector pin types as teach parts available as well. Also here you find an Excel sheet with all of the rules for the injector pin. The FBM starter kit also contains an out-of-the-box tool library with 29 milling tools, all retrieved from the Sandvik catalog, and as well 185 drilling tools. Also the drilling tools are retrieved from the Sandvik catalog. Here's a detailed explanation which tools are available in the tool library. For example, twist drill range 3 to 20, index drill 15 to 60, and so on and so on. Although this includes the feeds and speeds calculation, the kit will come not only with the tool, we also have two real part material and we have four cutting methods. All of these combinations are supported by the machining data library. So for all of these combinations, we have feeds and speeds available, and this is the reason by using the FBM starter kit, the machine data library is activated, so the feeds and speeds are calculated automatically if the operations are created. At the end, just as a summary, many people understand how machining knowledge is working and how to edit this with the machining knowledge editor. So this is our classic approach. Right now, all feature-based implementation we have are based on the machining knowledge editor. But as mentioned before, for new customers, this is very complex. They don't understand at the beginning how this can be implemented. It takes a long training. For this, we introduced the NX CAM teach operation sets. I think it was NX 10 something, definitely NX 11, but we have missed the best practice on this and how this should be implemented. And exactly this is the feature-based manufacturing starter kit. It gives customer an easy entry into feature-based manufacturing by using the NX CAM operation set teaching.
At the end of the webinar, I want to give you some information about how to install the starter kit and what's inside the starter kit, where you can find which information. After downloading, you get a 7-zip file mentioning which is the minimum version you need to install and the actual version of the starter kit, which is 2.1, which is around mid of March 2019. So you probably also get a newer version, but it's from the processor there is no different. Inside the FBM starter kit you find two batch files, and some information, some README information, which give you the explanation on how to start and where to find which as well, or, where to find which information as well. So if you double click on the Prismatic, and then you will jump into NX on a prismatic environment, then you find all of your teach operation and your test parts as well, and for sure the demo environment. If you go down to the directory, you can ignore the directory, only hold some configuration information which is not needed to change. Inside the documentation, you find some Excel files with some rules, and you find your example parts as you have seen before. The example parts give you some HTML information on how to do the demo. That is the demo you have seen a minute ago. You also find the appendix, and inside the appendix you find detailed information on how to teach operation sets, how to map features. There's an overview on operation set teaching you can take, and you also find a way of how to start a machine knowledge editor in the feature-based in the FBM starter kit environment. As mentioned, please refer to the README information and to see how to install it and how to install it and how to start it after you unzip it. With this, I want to thank you. Have fun with the FBM starter kit and have a good time with it. Bye.